What's up, world? It's Julian Mitchell. Very excited to be here. The first ever Filmcrü Magazine cover story interview. Here with my man George Jeff, the Filmcrü founder himself. What was Filmcrü created for? Like, who did you create this magazine for?
I created it for curators, right? I created it for photographers, filmmakers, editors, directors, cinematographers, videographers, to highlight them, to tell their stories. That's essentially why I created it. But at first it was just a uniform. It started off as a uniform on tour, but it began to be for the curators, for the people who are behind the lens.
Right.
Yeah.
What makes this style of showcasing their work so important, so special, so valuable? Because we have Instagram, people have portfolios, you can do an exhibit at a museum. What makes putting it in a physical zine in this format like so dope or so valuable to you?
I think it's like it goes back to having something that's tangible, right?
Right.
I've worked with plenty of people who always wanted to have something tangible, something that they can touch, something that they can feel. So I think it was important for me to bring that back. I've noticed a lot of people been loving film more, that's tangible. I noticed a lot of people have been, doing more photo books and books. So I thought, this would be a way to enter that space and be able to just provide something tangible, so that it's just beyond Instagram, right? We get so attached to just being on Instagram and seeing stuff and just passing by it, and it becomes very quick and easy. So this was like that pause, that moment, like, oh, let's just sit back and read through this, to make it feel like we're learning a little bit more than just pictures and a caption.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what makes this one unique, right? I do believe that people are craving real connection more, real community more. As much as we're digital, people crave, records, art. You can call them
Yeah.
cultural artifacts, whatever you want to call them, tangible
Yeah.
collectibles. What makes this one in particular unique or different, right? I look at the format of it, some of the conversations we've had about, less copy, really allowing what the person, in this case you,
Correct.
says to really be at the forefront. But when you look at this, what really makes this style of physical zine so unique?
I would piggyback off of you. I think honestly, it's like the imagery, the content, the visuals that's there. It's not like your normal magazine or your zine where you're getting a bunch of ads, and you're seeing a bunch of like typography or just like words, right? I think the uniqueness of it is the boldness of the imagery, of the visuals that are in there. And I think for me, it's like it's always important to show that. Yes, it's always good to understand the story through words, but also through imagery, because they tell a larger story, and it's like a different voice that you get from there. So I think the uniqueness of it is the imagery and the visuals that are there, outside of it just being a bunch of typography or words in a sense. So and I also think it's like, the uniqueness about it is like no one's doing this, right? Like we see magazines all the time, we see them come, we see them go, but it's always focused on what ads are going to go in there, who gets the cover story, who not gets the cover story. But it's like, for this, like, you get your own magazine, right? It's like as a cover artist, it's not just this person, this person, this person, and it's you and all of your work. So that's the unique part, right? It's like, you don't get that. Like if you get a cover story, cool, you get the cover, you may get 2-3 pages in someone's magazine. It's like, no, we're giving you the whole zine. So we need 36 pages of your work to flourish through this,
Yeah, speak more to that, because that's something that I was thinking about. We spoke about that. You have one person, they're the highlight, and more than telling their story and the inspiration, it's literally almost like a photo exhibit, or an exhibit of their work. The same way you would go to a museum, etc. You're going to see the work, know the inspiration behind it. Speak to that. Why make it focused on one person and then give them the space to really highlight, all of their work or their favorite work?
I just think it's needed, it's important, and it gives people time to learn more about them instead of just flipping through one page. Like they get to go through their journey, right? They get to see what they shot. Like for me, for instance, you can see what I shot in 2008, and you can go and see what I shot in 2025, you know, or 2025. So I think that's why I did it that way, so that it's like you can kind of get the full picture in a sense, right? It's not just like a rush 2-3 pages where you're like, damn, it's just quick. Now I wanted people to really get that full experience and know what their story is about, what they worked on, whether they're a photographer, editor, graphic, you know, photographer, filmmaker. That's why I didn't want people to have to rush and learn about their story. Like, take your time, you know, like see what they've done, learn about what they've been through,
and get a full picture.
Right? It's not just about, all right, cool, you got the cover, you got a cover story page, on to the next. Now I want you to like learn about this person, be invested into this person, and tell your friends about this person. So that was important for me, because we go through many magazines and you see that, right? It's like you get the cover story, and that's it. Now on to the next page, and it's something totally different. I wanted to build a world around you the creator, you the curator. So it's like, I'm not gonna say I don't want to waste my time on just giving you a cover in 3 pages. Like, nah, let's do the whole thing. You know, your story is bigger than 3 pages, you know, and it's honestly bigger than 36 pages, but 36 is enough for someone to sit down and learn about you, you know?
And having no ads.
Exactly, you know, no ads. We'll probably get into ads, but it'll be like more film crew based ads, right? When we're dropping our pieces, you know, like that's what it'll be doing. No one else, you know, like it's film crew right now.